In August 2004, a 24-year-old American student, named David Sneddon, disappeared without a trace while hiking in a remote part of China. An honors student from Utah, fluent in Korean, with plans for law school, just gone. Chinese authorities quickly called it an accident. A simple fall into the gorge. But there was no body. No gear. No evidence. And then, came the rumors. What if David didn't die in China? What if he was kidnapped by North Korean agents, and forced to live in Pyongyang, teaching English to Kim Jong-un himself? Could a US citizen really be living inside North Korea, against his will? Welcome, to our weird world. Where the strangest stories, become reality. If you love these kinds of tales, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell. This way, you'll be notified whenever new content comes out, and you won't miss any of the world's deepest mysteries. Now let's dive in, on today's new story. David Louis Sneddon wasn't a reckless traveler. He was a high-achieving student at Brigham Young University, majoring in international relations. He had completed a Mormon mission in South Korea and spoke fluent Korean, which made him stand out, even in China. In the summer of 2004, he traveled through East Asia before starting law school. His last known destination was Tiger Leaping Gorge in Yunnan Province, a deep canyon renowned for its beauty and danger. On August 14th, he checked out of a guest house, in the city of Shangri-La, and was reportedly seen heading into the gorge alone. After that, nothing. He never returned. He missed his flight home. His family hadn't heard from him. He had simply vanished. Chinese officials later claimed he had fallen into a river and drowned, but the Sneddon family wasn't convinced. And when locals began saying they'd seen him after the date he supposedly died, the mystery deepened. The Chinese investigation concluded almost immediately. Authorities claimed David must have fallen while hiking alone and drowned in the Jinsha River. But here's the problem. There was no physical evidence. No body, no backpack, no damaged clothing. No signs of a fall. Not even footprints. Suspiciously, several local residents in Tiger Leaping Gorge claimed they had seen David alive after August 14th. One restaurant owner even recalled serving him a meal. This contradicted the official timeline. Desperate for answers, the Sneddons hired private investigators, many with experience in East Asia. Among them was Chuck Downs, a former director at the Committee for Human Rights in North Korea. The team worked with missionaries, former diplomats, and Korean interpreters to verify the villagers' accounts, and most of them held up. If David didn't die on the trail, what happened to him afterward? In 2016, an unexpected report surfaced. A South Korean human rights organization, specializing in North Korean abductions, announced that David Sneddon had been seen alive in North Korea, with the name of Yoon Bong-soo. The claim came from multiple North Korean defectors, some of whom had been involved in foreign language training. According to their testimonies, David was kidnapped by North Korean agents operating inside China, smuggled across the border, and forced to work as an English teacher. Why would North Korea do this? Because David was the perfect target, young, intelligent, fluent in Korean, and traveling alone, in an area where North Korean operatives had previously been spotted. Some defectors even suggested he had been recruited, or forced, to teach Kim Jong-un himself, who at the time, would have been in his late teens. This wasn't just speculation, it followed a well-established pattern of North Korean behavior. North Korea has a long, disturbing history of kidnapping foreigners. In the 1970s and 80s, dozens of Japanese citizens were abducted to teach culture and language to North Korean spies. Some were snatched right off beaches and city streets. Other victims came from South Korea, Thailand, Romania, and even Lebanon. Some were used in spy training. Others were forced to marry foreign prisoners to produce bilingual children. One of the most infamous cases involved a South Korean film director and his actress wife, who were kidnapped and made to produce propaganda films for Kim Jong-il. So the idea of abducting an American to serve as an English tutor is not only plausible, it fits the regime's behavior. And David Sneddon, fluent in Korean, was far from a random target. For years, David's parents pushed for answers, receiving little help from the US government. But as reports from defectors and activists accumulated, pressure mounted. In 2016, U.S. Senator Mike Lee and Representative Chris Stewart, both from David's home state of Utah, introduced a resolution in Congress urging the State Department to reopen the case as a possible North Korean abduction. The resolution passed unanimously. And shortly after, sources confirmed that the CIA had opened a file on the case, indirectly verified through congressional testimony and family interviews. While the contents remained classified, the existence of the file itself confirmed that U.S. intelligence considered the case credible enough to investigate further. Meanwhile, the Sneddons began receiving anonymous tips, some claiming David was alive and seen in North Korea, though nothing could be verified. To this day, David Sneddon is still officially listed as a missing person. China maintains that he died in a hiking accident. North Korea denies knowing anything about him. And the US government? They've acknowledged the possibility of abduction, but have not confirmed it. David's case sits in a strange limbo, too compelling to ignore, yet too uncertain to resolve. No photos, no documents, no first-hand confirmation. But those who've studied North Korea's behavior insist, this is exactly how they operate. Could David really be alive, trapped in one of the world's most secretive regimes? Or has a tragic accident become the seed of a conspiracy, born from grief and geopolitical paranoia? What do you think happened to David Sneddon? Let us know in the comments. Hit subscribe, or watch the related videos, for more true mysteries from the edge of the map. Because this is our weird world.